Welcome back inside the Now Morning Show. Today being the 7th day of March, we are 7 days away from the 14th of March, which means that our Habitat for Humanity, Trinidad and Tobago, will be celebrating their 25th anniversary. And this morning, I'm chatting with the National Director for Habitat for Humanity, Trinidad and Tobago, Ms. Jennifer Massiah. Good morning to you, Jennifer.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Not a problem at all. Now, you guys have been doing some truly life-changing work over the years, and the anniversary is coming up, 25th anniversary. I mean, I'm sure that you're very, very proud to be able to celebrate 25 years in Trinidad and Tobago.
Small word. Very, very excited.
All right, tell us about what was the core of this NGO and some of the milestones that you guys would have achieved over the last 25 years.
Excellent. So thank you so much. And again, morning to Trinidad and Tobago. Just want to mention that for the last 25 years, I will say 25, we're just a week short of that. But we're already in celebration mood. I don't know if it's the carnival in the air or whatever's in the air, but Habitat for Humanity Global was established in 1976 in Americus, Georgia, in the U.S. by one of zeroing on Trinidad and Tobago. In 1997 is when we were officially formed. And within the last 25 years, we started a journey where people know us as providing shelter, houses for the poor, the most vulnerable, and repairs. But over the years, Habitat has created what we've called access to shelter solutions, a little bit of a distinction from construction, core construction. It's all-encompassing. So we're talking about land matters, land issues that the vulnerable people have challenges with. We can assist with that. And we can do training. We do lots of capacity building, community mobilization, community development type of products, and then the core construction products. I would want to say that, to wrap up that, what we've done over the years, man, we've done from solar greenhouses to jogging tracks in Vance River. Nobody knows we've done the Guapo Beach facility. We've done quite a number of projects. But what we're talking about these days is resiliency. And so a lot of our shelter products is on how do we make roofs not fly off, build back better, strengthening what you built.
Naturally. For the past year, I know that you guys have been doing some work with the corporation. Tell us about that project.
Oh, goodness. So if I'm permitted to use the sexy word, the sexiest project that is just about to come to an end at the end of March in collaboration with His Worship, the Mayor of Port of Spain. Good morning to Mr. Martinez, Chief Supporter of Habitat. We're doing a project called Accelerating the Essentials and Making Port of Spain a Resilient City by 2030. What an ambitious...
What does that mean to be a resilient city?
Exactly. So, Panama was just adopted a resilient city. It means if a disaster should come, that city would not be affected.
Okay.
So imagine no floods in Port of Spain. Absolutely.
Sounds like a dream. It sounds like a dream because over the years, we know Port of Spain to flood with a spoon of water. Like, we know that.
So this is what I want Trinidad and Tobago to understand. Habitat is partnering with all of these stakeholders to make sure that in this particular plan, the action plan that we're developing and soon to be presented to the government at the end of this month to say this is all of the things that need fixing. And then together as stakeholders, we will address those issues one by one, but challenge ourselves to get it done by 2030.
Right. Have you guys done that before, that type of work where you present a plan to especially a government body and then follow through the process of getting it done? Because I think oftentimes, we've mentioned it on the show before, even some of the ministers have said it, you know, implementation is oftentimes the most difficult part of the process.
My goodness, we said sometimes a diarrhea of action and a diarrhea of words and constipation of action. A little tacky for early morning Monday. But listen, it's possible, and we've done it in other cities.
Right.
So I'm saying to Trinidad and Tobago, it's not impossible because we don't get a lot of earthquakes. You know, we haven't had a real disaster. You know,
not really. A real one, yeah.
No.
We keep getting a little taste.
The little hazards that we've had, we need to address them. And the main issue for Port of Spain, from what I'm seeing coming through from the research, is really addressing the drainage and the water issues. That's the main thing. If we can address that, and we're going to have an international lab in the next few days, it's an international workshop, Well, I want to invite the Dutch to make a presentation.
Okay.
Because they're really known for water.
Yeah.
Water containment and dealing with water
drainage
management.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so I want to switch gears a bit. You mentioned land empowerment before, and this week, well, tomorrow is International Women's Day. And I know you guys are working on a project with land empowerment campaign for women in particular. Can we break that down and find out, like, why is that important to focus on land empowerment for women?
Thank you so much for that. So this particular project, when we look at accelerating and making Port of Spain a resilient city, we discovered that there was a gender deficiency in focusing on women and land matters. And so this particular campaign that we launched a few days ago, we're looking for 4,000 signatures to make sure that they join us in this quest for empowering women on land matters. Why? You might want to ask me next, so why?
No, I'm curious as like, who is stopping women from owning land? Is there something in place that stops women from owning land?
Just knowledge.
Okay.
And so I hold in my hand a little booklet.
Yeah.
The campaign is called Shelter, and we're focusing on the S-H-E, a really nice theme, and then the shelter. Right. The booklet is talking about all of land matters, and for women the only issue is them understanding that they have the right to own land and property and how they can do it. Basic things, how to make a will, how to understand lease and tenancies, and all the land related matters are here to empower women. Who is stopping women? Perhaps themselves, and access to the knowledge.
Right. Tell me, how does ownership of land and property, how does it benefit women? How does it benefit society if women own more land and property?
All right, so it gives them economic empowerment. It's one of the single most relevant assets that you will own in a lifetime. A house, purchase of a piece of land.
Land will spoil, they say?
No, and then the whole issue of understanding that if I can gather this and leave a legacy for my children, what it does, it allows women to have a capital that they can now invest into a small business. So we're talking now with economic improvement on their lives. When women have access to land, there is a chance of them having a mortgage or coming to a low-income lending agency, a lending agency that will help low-income families to have access, which is what Habitat does. We provide that mortgage. They pay back no-interest loans over 30 years, and a house is built. Now, when you understand what happens to somebody who doesn't have a house, to actually when they own one, it means that, one, you've increased their net worth. It means you've given them a capacity now for other income-generating avenues. How? Simple. Your kitchen can become now a place where you could sell food, make food and sell it.
I feel like there are some steps in between there I miss out. You're supposed to kind of do some kind of legal things. I feel like they have things that you can't just...
Habitat is a non-stop, a one-stop shop. I really say a non-stop, a one-stop shop. A one-stop. When you come with your land, once you own the land, Habitat takes that, does the check the lease, a title search. After title search is done, we do everything, the architectural drawings, we get it to town country, get the approvals.
Get the approvals and everything?
Everything.
Because most people hate that part of the process.
Hire the contractor.
Hiring them easy, is monitoring them.
Procure the materials, and then we project management.
Okay.
And you turn key and walk in and pay back about $700 a month for a 3-bedroom house.
$700 a month for a 3-bedroom house.
That's the most expensive repayment
we're going to have a conversation on this thing done.
You have to earn $8,000 and under per family. So it's for low income. Right. You would be very rich for the program,
You assuming a lot there. But before we wrap up, how can people get more information?
Well, first of all, I would like to challenge Trinidad and Tobago to sign on to this survey on my shelter awareness campaign.
How can they?
There is a link, and I'm pretty sure you'll be providing that link on the screen.
Right.
If not, I can give it to you.
I see it's tiny URL. It's tinyurl.com/shelter by Habitat.
Right.
Yeah, is it available on Facebook as well on your page?
It's on Facebook, it's on LinkedIn, it's on all the social
So if we
media
follow Habitat for
platforms.
Humanity TT, we'll be able to access.
Yeah, I need 4,000 signatures so that I can take that and say to the powers that be, let's give more focus to vulnerable women and ownership of land, which includes my challenge to the government and my challenge to people who have lands. I understand there are a lot of private sector people that have lands that are willing to give it to deserving families.
Give?
Yes.
I don't know anybody who owns land that's willing to give it away.
Well, they might ask for a little requirement here and there.
I don't say they might ask for a little piece of that $700 a month, but that's a whole different story. I want to thank you so much, Jennifer, for joining us this morning.
My pleasure.
Congratulations on this initiative, and I do encourage each and every one of you to go out there and sign the petition for starters and be a part of the change that we want to see. Jennifer Massiah, the National Director of Habitat for Humanity, TT, thank you so much for joining us again.
Thank you. My pleasure for being here this morning.
Enjoy the rest of the day. We take a quick break, and we come back with more Inside the Now Morning Show. Stay tuned.